Good day and welcome to Mrs. Bam's Study Notes. The topic for today's video is perception. In any form of communication, whether it's personal conversation, public speaking, social media interaction or journalism, understanding how perception interacts with facts, opinions, objectivity and subjectivity is essential for clarity, fairness and mutual understanding. Perception is the way we see and understand the world, and it can vary widely from person to person. It is shaped by our experiences, background, emotions, and even the context in which we encounter something. Two people might witness the same event, but interpret it differently because their perceptions are influenced by different internal and external factors. Recognizing that perception isn't always reality, and that our view might be incomplete or flawed, is the first step in becoming more open-minded and fair in how we interact with others. This makes it vital to examine perceptions carefully, especially in discussions or debates, and to ground them in the solid understanding of what is factual and what is opinion. When people confuse opinions with facts, communication can break down. Facts are verifiable and objective. They can be proven true or false using evidence. Opinions, however, reflect personal beliefs, feelings or judgments, which are subjective and can't be proven in the same way. Recognizing this difference allows people to engage in more respectful and productive conversations. It helps avoid arguments based on misunderstandings, and it encourages openness to multiple perspectives. A fact, for example, is water boils at 100 degrees Celsius at sea level. An opinion, on the other hand, is something like coffee tastes better than tea. While both are valid in their own ways, problems arise when opinions are presented as facts or when facts are ignored in favor of personal beliefs. Developing the ability to separate the two helps us make better decisions and engage more constructively in discussions. This is where objectivity and subjectivity come into play. Objective communication relies on facts, logic, and impartial observation. It strives to present information without personal bias. Subjective communication, on the other hand, is influenced by the speaker's personal feelings, beliefs, and experiences. Both forms have value. Subjectivity helps us express personal truths, while objectivity helps us understand shared realities. In healthy communication, it is important to recognize which is being used and when, so that the message is properly understood. For example, someone might say, "This neighborhood is dangerous." That could be their perception, but it is likely rooted in subjectivity and opinion, unless backed up by objective crime statistics, which will then be the facts. Without that context, listeners might either overreact or dismiss the concern entirely. By examining the statement critically, whether it's feeling or fact, communicators can engage more thoughtfully and help us evaluate information more accurately. Ultimately, taking the time to consider perception in the light of facts, opinions, objectivity, and subjectivity leads to more honest, respectful, and meaningful communication. It helps reduce miscommunication, prevents the spread of misinformation, and encourages empathy. Recognizing that someone else's view might differ not because they are wrong, but because they are seeing things from a different angle. In a world where information is constantly shared and received at high speed, especially through social media, the ability to distinguish between perception and reality, emotion and evidence, has become not just a communication skill, but a life skill. Join me again for Mrs. Bam's Study Notes.